So now that we have already seen those, just quickly seeing the slides, how does it happen? Initially, once you are done with the requirements gathering, you will draw the UML diagrams. This is the first step. Once you have the UML diagrams, using those, a web pages will be developed. Web pages, they can use HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and also other languages. So once you have this web pages static, create a backend, right? And you do the coding part. And once you have the application ready, you will do the testing. So this is the overall life cycle of a application. Now, having said this, just let's see an example with the tools. Some of the tools which are available in the market. UML diagrams. You can develop the UML diagrams using one of the tool called as Visual Paradigm. And once you have developed that, you can use the web pages. Web pages, you can use the you will write a code. You will use Sublime Text or JavaScript, and also there may be a few tools which you can use, and you will develop the DB. You can use any of the backend depending on the project requirement. You may use MySQL, you may use Oracle DB, you may use DB2, you may use Microsoft Access, you may use MS Excel, depending on the project requirement. And once that is done, you will do the testing, automation testing. You can use any tools like, you have QTP, you have load runner, and depending on the functionality of the tool. One of the example is Selenium. Okay. So this is how the complete project would be developed. Okay. Now, having said this, once we have all this, so let's jump back to, where we were. So now that we know everything with respect to what each role does, assume, now let's go back again to March 18, 2009. So once the Zuckerberg has discussed with the team, the business analyst team has identified the modules, and they have developed with the now assume, if Facebook is for the first time, then they will roll out saying, we have an openings, we need 3 developers, we need 4 testers, we need 2 UI team, we need 2 UX team, we need 1 PO and Scrum Master, and assume everyone has got recruited. After that, what we have is, you will a meeting, right? You will have a meeting with the team. Here is where, the product owner comes into picture. For the product owner, this BA team will share the complete. Okay. Once we have this business knowledge, and the Scrum Master will also see who is Scrum Master. Scrum Master will have the discussion. They will understand and do the brainstorm session, and after that they will call for a meeting. Okay. So on March 18, 2000, assume everything is done just before March 18, 2009. On March 18, 2009, we'll call all the team members. So who are all the team members we have? Along with PO and Scrum Master, you have the development team, you have the team. Okay. Assume, this is also developed, the Photoshop part or how the button should look like, that everything is developed. So once that is done, then the Scrum Master will call for a meeting, and in that meeting, developers will be there, the QA will be there, along with the PO and Scrum Master will also be there. And meeting agenda is, you call this, okay, now the meeting agenda is Facebook 1.0, and the deadline is May 18, 2009. So you call this as a release. So in this release, in the agile methodology, assume this is for 2 months, right? So for these 2 months, they will divide the release into sprints. Okay, they will realize the sprint release into sprint, and each sprint schedule day will be for 2 weeks. So in our example, it will be for 4 weeks, right, guys? So till now, anyone have any questions? Everything is clear. Just feel free to stop me anywhere whenever you want to. You want me to repeat any topic one more time. Okay. Any queries? So now what we have done, whatever we are going to discuss now, this terminology is important. So just if you guys are interested, you can make a note of it. Sprint planning, sprints, meetings, like that. So in release 1, they have divided into 4 sprints, right? Because each sprint is of 2 weeks and we have total of 4 weeks, right? So we have divided into 4 sprints, and we will have the sprint dates, right? Sprint 1, sprint start date would be March 18 and end date would be, let me complete like this, March 18 to March 31st. Assume we have like that. And similarly we have for sprint 2, that would be from 1st to April 15th, like that. We will have sprint 3 and sprint 4. Okay, let me complete this quickly. 16th to May 1st. No, just random dates I am giving, and we have something called a sprint 4, which will be from May to our release date, which is May 18. So 4 sprints, which we have our release. So in these 4 sprints, we will try to develop all these modules, because by May 18th we should have this available to the users. So on the very first day, that is on March 18, 2009, what day does everyone will call for a meeting. That meeting is called as a Scrum meeting. Okay, sprint planning. We are in the Agile methodology. So basically, if you guys are already known, Agile methodology, typically it is an iterative one where once the requirements is done, they will do the design phase. Once the design phase is, the UML diagrams, the UI development, everything. Once that is done, they will build it. They will start writing the code and merge that with the UI, create a DBs, etc. They will do the testing and evaluation phase. Enhancements or anything, it keeps on does that on. And in our example on March 18th, we have something called as sprint planning, wherein everyone in the team, see, if you are able to see, there are different actors, like these 3 may be developers, these 2 may be QA, this guy may be a UI team, and these 2 guys may be a UX team, and he would be the PO. Just randomly I've taken this. So in this sprint planning, this is called a sprint planning meeting, which happens on the very first day of each sprint. Okay, in our example it is on March 18th, 2009. So they will discuss about the release. In this release we are going to have these modules which we need to develop. So among these, what they will do is they will identify what are the modules which we need to cover in sprint 1. Everything should be completed by sprint 4 sprint. So now they will divide that into tasks. Say, this they will keep in sprint 1 and sprint 1. And okay, first register should be in sprint 1, right? And after that they will keep that in sprint 2, and logout maybe they will keep in sprint 3, sprint 4, this in the sprint 3, update profile in sprint 2, and chat messages, assume they are kept in sprint 3. So this, on these respective dates, these should be completed. So that's what they have identified. Once they identify that, now they have to do a sprint planning for sprint 1, right? So in sprint 1, what are the modules which we have identified? We have identified for register user is one module, and login module, right? So for this, they will start doing the brainstorming session. So the Scrum Master will ask how many days for you require to complete the registered user. It should be everything. Everything means, from the UI development part to the creating DBs and interacting with it and the testers, etc. So what they will do is they will start creating for these data into small tasks, which are called as user stories. Guys, this terminology is important. Basically user story is nothing but a big task we are dividing into small tasks. So the user story of login would be create a web page and then create the UI with the text field of user ID, text field of password, create button. This is one user story. And second user story would be develop a code. Develop a code for to interact with the UI and with the DB. So like that, the Scrum Master will create the user stories. And on these user stories, everyone has to work. Say suppose our user story is user story login. So for this user story login, everyone in the team, everyone in these roles will contribute, right? So when you come to UI team, what does the UI team does? UI team will develop a web page. The login user ID, password, and login button. So you will, they will start working on this, and dev team, they will write the code. Let's come back. Testing team. Testing team does in general, if we know, what we know, testing team, they have to test the application. But as we are in release 1, we are in the first sprint, still the application is not available. What does these guys do? In that point, as they already have the UML diagrams, they will start writing the test cases. Now that still the UI is available, they will start writing the test cases, saying wrong user ID, correct password, error message, correct user ID, correct password, it should come like this, blah 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 blah. They will write it. So until these developers give the application, they will start writing the test cases. Say assume March 18th and first is the date. Assume after 10 days, say March 24th, they have given the UI. Then the testing team, testers, automation testers didn't come into picture. We will see that as well. Don't worry, guys. So manual testing team, whoever has written the test cases, they will start testing the application. Okay, and this cycle goes on, and DB will create the tables, etc., etc. So that's what happens when you are planning. So in the first sprint planning, they will create all the tasks. So where they will create the task, you have something called as Rally. Rally is one of the tool which best suits and supports the agile methodology. So the user stories, when is the starting date of the release, when is the end date of the release, and testers, if they identify any issues, they will log it, right? So where they will log those, etc., etc. Everything they called as Rally, R-A-L-L-Y. Rally is the tool which they will use for this tracking purpose. So now that once they are done with the sprint planning, on March 18th, they are done with the sprint planning, and they have the deadline for the first sprint is March 31st. So on that, on March 19th, now that you are done with the sprint planning, they will say, these are the tasks you have to work on. Developer will go and start writing the code. UI will develop the UI. Testers will write the test cases. And on March 19th, in general, morning 9 o'clock, everyone will meet, and this is called as a Scrum meeting, or called as a stand-up meeting. You can call this as a Scrum meeting, or also you can call this as a stand-up meeting. So in every sprint planning will happen on the very first day, and from the very first day to the last day of the sprint, from second day onwards till the last day, team will meet every day morning for 15 minutes in a conference room, and that meeting is called as Scrum meeting or stand-up meeting, and that meeting should not be more than 15 minutes. So what they discuss in this 15 minutes, they will discuss each member, say developer, tester, PO, Scrum Master, UI, everyone has to tell about 3 points. What are the 3 points? Everyone has to tell what. See guys, this is also important what I'm going to tell now. So they have to tell yesterday, and they are doing today, and what they will do tomorrow. Okay, this is on a round robin phase. Everyone has to tell what they have done. Being a tester, say suppose tester, yesterday I've gone through the requirement documents and I was able to understand how exactly the login modules work. So today I have started writing the test cases for the login module, and tomorrow I will be, today I have completed around 10 test cases, and I have around 50 test cases. So tomorrow I will complete those remaining test cases, and my test plan will be ready. So he has, being a tester, he has covered what he has done yesterday, what he is doing today, and what he will do tomorrow. And also the same with the developers or UI as well. UI say, I was able to configure, I was able to install everything, which is required there for HTML, CSS and JavaScript. I was able to download the Sublime text. I was able to configure it, and I have created a basic template So today I've started writing the HTML, CSS, and or else you can say, yesterday I've done with the HTML, and today I'm doing the CSS. I'm just adding the colors and everything, which so that I can exactly depict what the UX team has given us. And once I'm done with it, tomorrow I will add the script. So you can say today, if assume the third case, say assume you haven't done anything. There may be two reasons, right? The developer has come in and he says, yesterday I've gone through the documents. Today I was trying to install it, and Sublime Text UI developer, say we'll take example as UI developer. Today I was trying to install the Sublime Text, but unfortunately when I'm trying to install it, it says it is a trial version and it is not allowing me to go further. So you are updating this to Scrum Master. So I'll tell you about the Scrum Master as well. So you are updating this saying, hey Scrum Master, I have done with everything, but I'm not able to proceed further. So in this Scrum meeting, you'll also tell about the problems or the blockages which you are facing. So Scrum Master will make a note of it, and once he go back, he will speak with the project manager and he will speak with the management, and he will allow access, or he will get the Sublime Text full version get installed by the internal systems team, or he will give you the permissions to install the Sublime Text in yours. Can be done. And also sometimes you may be you may not work anything, but even still that's okay. But what you have to say, suppose being say assume Prashant, myself, I haven't done anything. I basically I've done anything is I was studying it, but I was not able to move ahead. I was not clear with the requirement. So you can also say that yesterday I was blocked with something else, so because of which I wasn't able to give any progress. You can say, if you're not giving any progress, even then that's okay. You have to tell what you have done, but after that say you haven't done anything. You have to tell the reason, and also you say you have to bring them confidence, saying I haven't done on that, but I was trying to do this. I will make sure I'll complete it tomorrow. It happens in the Scrum meeting, and it happens daily. In general, it will be in the morning time whenever they come into the office, and it should be happen for okay.